Hey, what's up guys? In this video, I'm going to show you how to learn how to do a chin-up if you can't do one already, or if you can already do a few, how to increase the number of chin-ups you can do. And chin-up or pull-up, it doesn't really matter, but for most people, a chin-up is actually easier to learn than a pull-up. And before we move on, I want you guys to understand that the more often you work on chin-ups, the faster you'll progress. So that can be as often as every other day, or at least just twice a week. And that's because alongside getting stronger, you'll actually be getting more practice in, and it actually does require practice. So a little bit about the technique of doing the chin up. Grab the bar about shoulder width apart and grip it very firmly. Now pull yourself up to the bar so that the bar goes towards your clavicle or collarbone. Now a lot of people get stuck right about here. And at this point, think of pulling the bar towards you instead of pulling yourself to the bar. Or try thinking about pulling your elbows behind you like you're trying to point them backwards. Most people will try to pull with just their arms, but these two cues will actually help you engage your back muscles, which are much stronger than your arms. Now, there are a few different ways we can go about progressing on the chin up, but they all work and we're going to use the same method of progression no matter which way we choose. The assisted pull-up machine, pull-up bands, or the jumping technique. First, the assisted pull-up machine. Many gyms have these, and you kneel or stand on a platform or a bar, and it boosts you up using a designated amount of weight that you pick that counterbalances your own weight. The stronger you get, the less assistance and therefore less weight you need. So you just pick the next weight down when you're ready to move on, and be sure to use the smaller weights if your machine has them to use the smallest decrease in weight possible. If your gym doesn't have one of these, no worries, you can get these pull-up bands on Amazon. The thicker the band, the more assistance you get. You can also combine bands to get your desired level of assistance. Like this chart here says, I would agree that the best thing to do is to get multiple smaller bands instead of one large band. The combination of the number 3, 2, and 1 bands would give you 80 to 175 pounds of assistance. After this combination gets too easy for you, you can drop the number 1 band and use number 3 and number 2 together. When that gets too easy, use bands number 3 and number 1 together, and so on and so forth, and just follow this progression here as you get stronger and stronger. You simply just loop the bands onto your pull-up bar and then place your foot into the loop, and then the bands will boost you up. Be careful when putting your foot in, because if you slip, the band could whack your nuts really hard. As an intermediate step between levels, if dropping a band is too hard for you, you can place the bands around your knees for less assistance. Just mess around with different combinations until you find what feels right. If you don't want to spend money, then you can just do jumping chin-ups. Just jump up and slowly let yourself down. On the way down, start off with taking 1 second to get down. As you get stronger and stronger, take longer and longer to let yourself down. So the next step up would be taking 2 seconds to get down. So we're going to use what's called triple progression. This is the secret to increasing your chin-ups. Single progression means adding weight each time you train. This is not feasible because we're dealing with a bodyweight exercise here, and even with assistance, this is too fast of progress for most people. Double progression means adding a rep or set each time, but that still might be too hard for most people. The key is triple progression, which means using sets and reps to help you get stronger. The second secret is to always leave a rep or 2 in the tank, meaning push yourself to the point where you feel like if you really tried, you can get 1 or 2 more reps, but don't actually go there. So with either a band or the pull-up machine, pick a level of assistance that will help you get 3 reps fairly easily, meaning you can do 3 reps and feel like you can do 1 or more reps if you really push yourself. If you don't have enough assistance, or if you're doing jumping chin-ups to begin with, use the same concept, but just start with 1 rep for each set if you can't do 3 reps. So for the first training session, do 3 reps and then rest about a minute and then do another set. Repeat again for another set for a total of 3 sets total. If after the first set you can't do 3 reps again, that's fine. Remember to always leave at least 1 rep in the tank. Just add a rep each session until you can do 3 sets of 3 reps. After that, add another set and then build your way up again until you can do 4 sets of 3 reps. And then after that, add another set, and then again, build your way up until you can do 5 sets of 3 reps. After that, now it's time to back down to 3 sets, but instead start with 4 reps. And again, build your way up until you can do 3 sets of 4 reps. Add another set in, build your way up until you can do 4 sets of 4 reps. Add another set in, and build your way up until you can do 5 sets of 4 reps. Then you drop back down to 3 sets and do 5 reps this time. And again, you just build your way up, adding a rep when you can, and when you can finish all sets with a designated amount of reps, add a set, and again build your way back up. And after you can do 5 sets of 5 reps, it's time to increase the difficulty, like we talked about earlier, and start back over again aiming for 3 sets with 3 reps. And you keep building your way up systematically. Your progression doesn't have to follow this chart precisely, this is just an example. Eventually you get strong enough where you can do chin-ups without assistance. From there, you can use the same system and continue to get stronger. Once you can do 5 sets of 5 reps without any assistance, it's time to add weight. You can do these optional exercises after your chin-up work. Barbell rows, just try to mimic whatever style of pull-up or chin-up you're doing. So if you're doing chin-ups, use a close shoulder width underhand grip. This is overhand and this is underhand. And you want your torso as close to perpendicular to the floor as possible and pull the bar to your belly button. This creates a sharp elbow angle that is very similar to a chin-up. And a lat pull down, again, just mimic your style of pull-up or chin-up. If you're doing chin-ups, then use a close shoulder width underhand grip. This is overhand, this is underhand. Now, make sure you pull the bar to right under your clavicles or your collarbones. There's no need to go any further than that. That's a pretty common mistake. And as you can see, this closely mimics the chin-up. Alternate between these two. So one training session, do lat pull downs after your chin-up work. The next session, do barbell rows after your chin-up work. Get stronger in them and they will help your chin-up. So let's go over the key points again. 1. Use a method where you can systematically increase the difficulty gradually. 2. Use triple progression. 3. Always leave 1 or 2 reps in the tank. Progress may be slow for you, but you will make progress, I promise you that. Anyways, I hope that helps. Thanks for watching. Leave any questions below. Like the video if it was helpful. Subscribe for more videos like this. And until next time, don't forget to put your goddamn weights away!